most entertaining thing to come out of Star Trek Starfleet Academy had nothing to do with the actual content of the show. Rather, it was YouTuber Nerdrotic who set his phasers to maximum troll and proved the ultimate point regarding just how unpopular this show is.
It stinks.
After the disastrous YouTube rollout of the premiere, Nerdrotic decided to prove that he could not only beat the premiere with a live stream, but he could beat the premiere with a live stream where absolutely nothing happens. And we're going to get into it, but before we do that, guys, if you want to be a bigger part of the M4 Empire, if you want to interact with me directly, why not check out one of our live streams Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. and Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to have you as part of our community. All right, without any further ado, let's dive into this story here today from geeksandgamers.com, written by me. Nerdrotic humiliates Star Trek Starfleet Academy after Spock action figure livestream destroys premiere numbers. And there you see the Spock action figure positioned at the back of Nerdrotic's desk chair with a Starfleet pin pinned into the chair. And that is basically the live stream that beat Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Let's get into it here. The disastrous debut of Star Trek Starfleet Academy got even more embarrassing, and this time, the comparison came from a Nerdrotic live stream of literally nothing happening.
Well, how about that?
We see here a tweet from Nerdrotic, Gary Buechler himself, saying, "My live stream with a Spock action figure in an empty chair beat Star Trek Starfleet Academy's 1,300 plus peak live viewers on YouTube in under 3 minutes." And there you see, this was 3 minutes in, it had 1.5K people watching just a still image of a Spock action figure. In a move that perfectly captured the current state of modern Star Trek, YouTuber Gary Buechler, better known as Nerdrotic, decided to test just how weak the audience interest really was for the latest Kurtzman Trek series. His experiment was simple. Could a live stream consisting of nothing more than a stationary camera pointed at a Spock action figure sitting on an empty chair outperform the official Star Trek Starfleet Academy YouTube premiere? Yes, it could.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
The answer came fast, and it was brutal. The Starfleet Academy premiere peaked at roughly 1,300 concurrent viewers during its official YouTube debut. That number was already being widely criticized as shockingly low for a major franchise tied to Paramount's streaming strategy, but Nerdrotic didn't just beat that number, he obliterated it, guys. Let's take a look right here. 24,035 views for a live stream that lasted for 52 minutes. Most of that time, 90% of that time, was the Spock action figure. At the very end, I believe Gary came in just to read his super chats, but, 24,000 here for Nerdrotic. At that time, Starfleet Academy had about 16,000 views in about 11 hours, I believe it was. Peak concurrent viewers were 3,389, which is nearly triple what the Star Trek premiere did. Also, in total likes, it hit 5,607 likes. That's more than the Starfleet Academy video has now. He actually got 18 new subscribers from it. That's infuriating and awesome.
Oh, good for you!
Within under 3 minutes, the empty chair Spock livestream surpassed the Star Trek premiere. If raw viewership data was not humiliating enough, the audience reaction sealed the comparison. While Star Trek Starfleet Academy struggled with a negative response, drawing more dislikes than likes, despite its already limited audience, Nerdrotic's empty livestream told a completely different story. And you see here, it was 1.9K likes at the time to 3.5K dislikes. That number has since skyrocketed, actually. Let's take a look right here. If we take a look at this video, you can see it's up to 89,000 views in over a day and a half, which is pathetic for a major thing like that. You would expect this to have 1 million views by now. If not 1 million, then at least 100K, and it is struggling to get to even that. But look at this, 4.2K likes, which is less likes in almost 2 days than Nerdrotic got in 52 minutes, and 11,000 dislikes.
Wow. What do you know?
At a certain point, the comparison stops being symbolic and starts being a referendum on what Paramount is doing right now. Now, this was not an accident, nor was it luck. Nerdrotic's test resonated precisely because it exposed something that Paramount executives desperately don't want to admit. Audience enthusiasm for modern Star Trek is collapsing.
I don't care.
I would say it's collapsed. It's not collapsing. But then again, I also wrote this article, so apparently I would say both. Now, a free premiere is supposed to be the easiest possible win. It removes every barrier to entry. Viewers don't need a subscription. They don't need brand loyalty. They just need curiosity. And there was no curiosity for Star Trek Starfleet Academy, even when it cost them nothing. Instead, people rallied around a silent toy in a chair. The problem is not access, people. The problem is interest, or rather, the lack of it.
Nobody cares, Sean.
Now, Paramount has leaned heavily on Star Trek as a cornerstone of Paramount Plus, pouring millions into expanding the franchise while insisting that the audience is still there. But the Nerdrotic Spock experiment suggests otherwise.
Nobody cares.
When a parody livestream draws more viewers, more positive engagement, and more enthusiasm than a studio-backed premiere, it sends a message that no amount of corporate spin can erase. So let's look at the tail of the tape here. Paramount's official Star Trek premiere, 1,300 peak viewers while it was live. Nerdrotic's Empty Chair livestream, 3,389 peak viewers. Paramount's episode, 1,900 likes versus 3,500 dislikes at the time that it was going. Now it's a lot more, obviously. Nerdrotic's Spock toy, 5,500 likes to 15 dislikes. If modern Star Trek was supposed to prove its relevance, it instead became the punchline here.
Olsen, help me up onto his casket so I can dance on it!
Guys, this was absolutely hysterical. And here's the problem. Paramount does not actually like Star Trek. They don't actually like real Star Trek. They don't like what Star Trek is supposed to be. That's why everything that Alex Kurtzman puts out does not look or feel or act or sound like Star Trek. This utopic society degenerates immediately into modern identity politics of 2026, not to mention the cursing and just everything that's the original Star Trek and Star Trek The Next Generation stood in complete defiance of. Honestly, some people were guessing on my last video that maybe they put this on YouTube because Ellison wants to be able to point to it when he cancels this second season that's already been greenlit. And honestly, I hope that's the case. I can't imagine the Ellisons like the idea of their first Star Trek series falling flat on its face like this. And let me be clear when I say their first Star Trek series. The Ellisons did not greenlight this. They did not make this. They did not approve of this in any way. This show was already well in the can by the time that the Paramount Skydance merger went through. But outside of Warner Brothers canceling things like Batgirl and Coyote vs. Acme, you don't see studios take things that are completed in the can and just drop them like that. There's contracts in place, and plus, if it makes even $1, it's $1 that you've recouped. Of course, in the case of this, it might not actually even make $1. I cannot imagine this company sinking money into another season, even though it's already greenlit. If there is a way out of that contract, you know damn well they're gonna take it. Now, I actually tried to watch Star Trek Starfleet Academy. I made it 15 minutes into the first episode. I was planning on watching the entire thing, all 75 minutes of it, but 15 minutes into it, Kathleen Kennedy announced that she was leaving Star Wars, and I had to go take care of that. Now, I might go back to it, might try to watch it this weekend.
Unsubstantiated fantasy! Lies! Lies! Lies!
But no promises, guys, because, oh, Maron, was that a slog. Right away, I noticed several instances of my least favorite writing trope when a character will explain a character's own backstory to that character. Admiral Exposition walks in the room, sits down with Elastigirl, and is just like, well, you were a Starfleet officer, and you were the best of us, and you decided to quit because of this thing, because you started to see Starfleet and the rot within it, and because of that, that's why you're here as a teacher. I'm like, yes, she knows all of this. She's the character. Please, for the love of God, put a shred of common sense into these conversations when you're writing.
Think, Mark!
But I guess that's too much to ask for, guys. This show is absolutely vile. It is falling flat on its face, and so many people in my comments on my last video were like, haha, well now it's got 80,000 views. Don't you look stupid for putting this video out about how bad it flopped. No, that's still a flop. Do you not see how bad of a flop that is? If that were a Nielsen rating, it would be a 0.08. A major premiere like this should be well into six figures by the time you even hit 12 hours, let alone 2 days, and you're still not there. It should be in the millions if it was something popular, but it's not. It's not at all. This is falling flat on its face the way identity politic Kurtzman Star Trek garbage always does. So what do you guys think? Did you check this out? Did you like it? Look, if you liked it, and I've had a couple people that have talked to me that have said, hey Marv, I liked this thing. This was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I want to see more. A salud. Good for you. I'm happy for you. It's more fun to like something than it is to hate something. I wish I could like this. Unfortunately, I can't because I think it's garbage. But if you think it's great, my opinion doesn't take that away from you, and I'm happy for you. But what do you guys think? Sound off in the comments below and let me know. Thank you for joining us today, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Click that little bell icon to get notified of new videos as they drop. And please subscribe over at M4 Empire Gaming, our gaming live stream channel where we're going live playing video games every single week. And make sure you check out our live streams here on the M4 Empire channel, Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. for the M4 Cast AM, and then Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the M4 Cast, our live stream pop culture podcast where we talk movies and comics and TV shows and all that other fun stuff. From all of us here at the M4 Empire, I thank you for your attention, and we'll catch you in the next one.